Clears the track with the red flag and away they run down to Riches for the first time of asking, and into the corner. Will it be James Dye? Will it be Ollie Lindsell? Here come the pack, and my goodness me, a bit of bumping and boring in the middle. James Wainwright's involved there, and down from the back of the field goes Adam Kent. He just really got a little out of shape trying to avoid the action ahead of him, and he's lying there on the grass thinking, why didn't I stay in bed this morning? My triumph is in 2 bits. Marshall's, of course, already on the spot, and with Adam, James will have parked up, I'm sure. Meanwhile, back at the front, it's the red leathers of James Dye that show first, ahead of Michael Collins as they run down through the bomb hole for the first time. Now, we're assuming there's a replay of the action. Yes, a little bit of nudging there in the middle of the corner between James Wainwright and AJ Hutchinson, in fact, and Adam Kemp goes down simply in avoidance. He was not really part of the original incident, but got caught up in it there, and he's lying there saying, why me, oh Lord? Great to see him walking away. James Wainwright parking up with the marshal safely, but meanwhile, back with the quick stuff. It is James Dye in the lead from Michael Collins, running past the scene of that previous incident up towards Sear. James Dye, once again, we mentioned earlier, an absolutely meteoric starter. Very seldom seen him headed at the start of a race. David Gifford running a little wide there, and Ben Cater trying to get up alongside him, and he gets good drive out of Sear. Meanwhile, back in the front, absolutely together, James Dye and Michael Collins. I see Rob Guinan in there as well, but look, Ricky Chadwick once again leading the Triple Challenge. This the second half, if you like, of this championship. We have the Michelin Young Guns for the 24 years old and under, and the Triple Challenge for those older than 24. Ricky Chadwick picked up the win in the Triple Challenge in the first of the races, and he's leading this challenge at the moment. Second of the challenge riders currently is Michael Neves once again, and Michael Collins hits the front, gets ahead of James Dye on the run down into Riches. Superb move by Michael, and here it is, first through Sear, then James Dye, then Ollie Lindsell sitting there just on the rear wheel of James Dye as they run down Revitt Straight. Jack Sim tucked in there in 4th place. And here the leaders once more, and James Dye again under braking for the S's, nips by into the lead. Ollie Lindsell goes with him. So Mike Collins, having led at Sear, just by the next corner back into 3rd place, and just going through there we see Michael Neves second but closing in the Triple Challenge. Michael, our racing journalist. So James Dye, Michael Collins already taken turns leading this one, but Ollie Lindsell, having won the first ever race earlier on today, he's in a prime position to capitalise on any mistakes ahead. James Dye determined, of course, not to make those mistakes. We can see Jack Sim in there being chased by Michael Booth and Rob Guinan on the back of that top 6 as they run down towards Sear once again. And James Dye back up front. He'll be absolutely determined to hang on to this one. Twice we've seen him get excellent starts. In the first race, overhauled by Ollie Lindsell. Now he's hit the front again, and Ollie is literally riding pillion as they come through the S's, and there as a concertina up in that right, left, right, we can see that Jack Sim is right there as well. So around Coram they run. James Dye in the lead, down towards Russell. Ollie Lindsell absolutely shadowing him. Then just, well, maybe a fraction of a gap back to Michael Collins. Here they come, the long run up the centre straight here at Snet, the start-finish straight. That, of course, was the former runway of the American Air Force Base. In fact, they used to land the planes and take off the other way. They used to start at Riches and take off towards Coram. Now it's Coram and the long run back to Riches. Further down the field, battles all the way, but it's very hard to take your eyes off the front. And Ollie Lindsell nips through and grabs the lead again. Will this be carbon copy of race 1? Linsdell into the lead. James Dye, who I fancy must be just a little bit furious to be down into second place, is still just ahead of Michael Collins. They're still all in with a shout. The top half doesn't. Frankly, you'd be a fool to bet your 2 bob on which one of these is going to win this one at the checkered flag. They're all more than capable. Further back, we can see the Triple Challenge still being led by Ricky Chadwick, the victor first time out. Michael Neves is in second. Greville Ball, though, having a bit of fight on his hands if he's going to pick up another podium in the Triple Challenge at the moment. Well, once again, James Dye, thank you. One tiny error by Ollie Linsdell, and through goes James back up into the lead. Fantastic stuff. Remember, not only are these bikes incredibly evenly prepared, but some of these riders have barely seen them for more than a couple of days. I know that Ollie Linsdell hasn't had much time to get used to his, but really at the beginning of this weekend it was all bets off, and most of them strangers to the machinery. All of them, of course, strangers to the machinery in real hard racing conditions. I know 1 or 2 of the riders have been out in earlier rounds in other races that they were able to run in. But really, the heat of the battle, that's what this weekend is all about. And at the moment, it's James Dye and Ollie Linsdell who are showing the others the way. Here they come, Dye in the lead. Former Aprilia RS Super Team runner, as we mentioned, and Ollie Linsdell, the first ever winner of a Pucker Triple Challenge race, right with him down through Sear. Got a couple of slower riders just ahead of him on the track, but luckily they're going to catch him as they run down the long Revit straight. Once again, we just see Greville Ball going through the shot, and he will be determined to hang on to what for the moment is third place in the Triple Challenge. Oh, but back at the front, James Dye under all sorts of pressure. Ollie Linsdell right with him, and this one you just know is they'll probably still be racing a couple of corners after flag at this rate. Absolutely hammer down. Look at the 2 of them, and such is their speed, they're actually pulling away from the battle for third. Jack Sim we can see right up there now. This is as high as Jack Sim's been all weekend. This is a great ride for Jack. He had a great year in club racing last year, running with Bemsey, and he's another of the Michelin young guns that I reckon before long we're going to see at the front. But Ollie Linsdell there just dipping underneath James Dye, and the lead changes yet again in this second Triumph Triple Challenge race. James Dye there reaching for all sorts of gears. The old clutch being given a busy old time as Jack Sim is ahead now of Michael Collins and Rob Guinan, chasing down Revit straight. We can see they're slightly dropping Michael Booth there, and this, the last lap, Ollie Linsdell just leading into the S's, and he even has time to look over his shoulder. But really, Ollie, I think perhaps you best not spend too much time looking. You know where James Dye is. He's just nipped up the inside into the lead. Ollie's coming back at him on the exit of Coram. I don't think that's going to work. This will be it. Demon out breaking into Russell, or what? We have the race 1 winner in Ollie Linsdell. We have the race 1 second place man, James Dye, now up the front. Oh, and he nearly gets unshipped there, but he's on board and the checkered flag is out. Second race, second ever winner, James Dye. Am I happy? I thank you. Little round of applause for himself, and well deserved from James Dye. And a good old handshake there from the boys. Both these young riders, James Dye and Ollie Linsdell, will have actually thoroughly